It's time to compare and contrast the 2013 high tops of the black and red Air Jordan 1 OGs with the 2015 low tops that came out around Valentine's Day. So the high tops retailed for $140 at the way end of 2013. Of course, they sold out right away. And then the low tops retailed for a whopping $130. They also sold out right away. But then, of course, in true Nike fashion, the shoes have already been restocked and sold out again right away. We're in this crazy era now where Nike's restricting the supply of shoes that they've created to create these impressions of constant sellouts. Anyway, I want to get back to these shoes. I want to compare them to one another, but really I want to talk about OG Nikes because these shoes are being delineated OG as in original. So I want to pose a question. What makes a shoe OG? Is it enough to put Nike Air on the tongue right there and call this an OG? Is it enough to do the same thing with the low top? Put Nike Air on the tongue right there and call it OG? I really don't think that it is. I want to talk about some of the differences between these retro releases and the OG releases from back in the day. Let's start here with the 2013 high top. It's a beautiful shoe and it's actually trading for around $500 or $600, this 2013 release. So have a look at it. You'll notice right away these extra laces in a bag right here. Original Jordans in 1985 came with extra laces, but they weren't in a bag. They were just in the bottom of the shoes. And actually, the original Jordans from 1985 were not laced up like this. Only the bottom was laced. Another interesting detail, though, is the original Jordans in 1985, the left shoe had a hang tag on here with a Jumpman logo. That's been replaced right here with the extra laces. I think that if Nike and Jordan brand are trying to make a shoe truly look like the OGs, they should execute better and take care of every little detail. There should have been a little card here with a Jumpman logo. And Nike's actually done that before in the retro era. Back in 2009, there were 3 pairs of metallic Jordan 1s. They're called the Do the Right Thing collaborations. One is white and metallic red, another's white and metallic green, and another that was only released overseas is white and metallic purple. And those 3 shoes came with that Jumpman card. I can't believe that the designers missed that on these shoes. It's like, here are all of these brilliant people getting together trying to recreate shoes that have already been designed. How can they miss that one of them has a Jumpman card and the other one has a bag of laces? It reminds me of Highlights magazine or Sesame Street. Which one of these things doesn't belong? You could take a 6-year-old and show him the 1985 Jordan and the 2013 Jordan, and that kid would point out the differences. I just can't believe that Nike missed that. I don't think that putting Nike Air on the tongue is enough to call a shoe OG. Let's have a look at these low tops right here. It's a pretty nice looking shoe. Actually, the material is kind of weird. It's almost like vinyl or pleather. It's definitely not like the really nice supple leather that Nike used back in 1985. Another interesting detail about these quote-unquote OGs is that they're black and red. Nike never released low-top Jordans in 1985 in black and red. They did have a few colors. There were white and gray and white and blue. There was a white and deep red. But Nike's basically taking this iconic black and red Air Jordan 1 and putting it on a low top, putting Nike Air on the tongue, calling it OG, and inflating the price to $130, and they're selling out. The crazy thing is you can go on like finishline.com right now, search for Air Jordan 1 Low. There's at least 3 different models that are not the quote-unquote OGs, and they don't sell. And they're priced at $94.99 instead of $130, and those ones are marked down to $69.99. Yet these ones sell out at $130. Nike restocks them a week later, and they sell out again at $130 because they're quote-unquote OG and remastered. But really, what's remastered about them? Because the material's not right. The swoosh looks crazy too. Like, you notice the swoosh on the low top is different than the swoosh on the high top. It's sort of like more aggressive. And actually, back in the day in 1985, the swoosh on the low top did look different than the one on the high top, although I would say it's not as exaggerated as what you see on the 2015 pair of low tops right here. Are they really OG? Like, is it enough to put Nike Air on the tongue, take a shoe, release it in a color that wasn't the original color, some of the bits and pieces of the shoe, including the material itself, are nothing like the OGs. I just don't think it's enough to call a shoe OG. Let's put this back here, and I want to talk about another shoe that's been given the OG name. Check out these, Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Laser. Come on, Nike, how are you going to call this OG? This shoe has almost nothing to do with original Jordans other than that it's an original Jordan 1, like the silhouette itself. Laser came from Air Jordan 20s, and here it is on the 1. 3M metallic, like what you have on the swoosh here, was first on the Air Jordan 5 on the tongue. These icy soles down here, icy soles first appeared on the Air Jordan 5 also. So here you have a pair of 1s with elements from the 20 and the 5, and you're calling it OG and raising the price to $185. And again, these ones, the lasers, come in this box right here, which is not like the OG boxes that Jordans used to come in. This one is. You gotta get all the little details right. Original Jordans in 1985 came with boxes that looked like this, with a separate lip that you could remove right here. And it was definitely a nice detail that Nike went back to this box. But I would say on these low tops, the Air Jordan 1 Low OG, it doesn't make sense that they would use this box, the 30th anniversary box for other retros. If they're really trying to be OG, they should take care of all of the little details and make sure to get the box right too. Now, just for the sake of comparison, I want to break out a pair of Air Jordan 1 mids. You're looking at lows, you're looking at highs. Here's the mid. Nobody would say that this shoe is OG. It's a pair that is inspired by the LA Lakers. I picked up 150 pairs of these at the outlets, by the way. I couldn't resist. I was like, man, Air Jordan 1s, LA Lakers, Kobe, they're going to make the playoffs. These things will be profitable. Meanwhile, as we all know, Kobe's injured. The Lakers can't win. I've still had no problem selling these shoes for profit, but now we get to use one to compare with the high. So check it out. The high actually has one more lace hole than the mid. There's 8 on this versus 9 on here. Of course, a big deal on the mid is going to be the Jumpman logo right there on the tongue, as well as a Jumpman logo on the heel. That's not true to form for the OGs from 1985. You're also going to see this weird like mesh pattern around the heel right here. The swoosh is a funky material. Mesh tongue. Slight differences from the OG Jordans, and that's why they wouldn't dare call this an OG. But honestly, it's hard to call some of these other shoes OGs when so many of the little bits and pieces are being missed. I really feel like Nike needs to do a better job. If you're going to call a shoe OG, make it as original as possible. These are actually coming out in white and natural gray very soon, which is one of the original colors. I would have liked to have seen the shoes in the right boxes and with the right hang tag hanging off of the left shoe. Who knows, as Nike works on this remastering thing, I bet they'll get it down. But they're a big, huge company that makes a lot of products, and it's going to take them time to get it right.